from Joyzy. To the line. Hey Spurs fans, welcome back to our channel. I'm Anya.
And I'm Alon.
And today we are going to be previewing the upcoming game against Chelsea. But first, let's just talk about the sadness of the Brighton loss.
We did not have a chance to do a post game, which really was mixed of like we didn't have time, and it was just really
depressing.
Yeah. So, what did you think?
We played so bad, and Brighton took advantage of it.
Okay. Like, did you feel like setup-wise you were happy with how they set up, or?
No. We should not have played a back three. We should have played a back four. And honestly, we didn't even have any chances except for Vinicius. He had like that one chance, good save. Yeah,
it was really bad. I mean, the game against Brighton last year was really bad.
It was worse.
Which was worse?
Last year.
I mean, this was really bad. So it was.
At least no one got hurt, we think.
Right. No, exactly. So, okay. So that was sad. But so now we're into a new week and a new time and a little bit of positivity. And we live in New Jersey. And what's there been over the last couple of days?
There's been a lot of snow. We got about 1.5 feet of snow. And my aunt got engaged. So
that was really exciting. We had a really cool engagement for my sister and her fiance, and we went and celebrated with them, and it was super cool.
However, in London, it has been a bit of a more dull week for Spurs. The transfer deadline has passed. We had no incoming players, which was expected, but I think we were maybe hoping to pick up a center back. Just couldn't spend the big bucks. Gazaniga, Clark, White, all on loan. Troy Parrott was actually moved from Millwall, who was in the championship, down to Ipswich Town in League One because he was not doing well.
Right, so I don't know. I mean, it's not like the Millwall moved him down, but Spurs recalled him from his loan and then sent him right back out on loan, which he's been playing at Millwall. He just hasn't been producing, and I don't know. It seems like a big step down, but he's a really young kid, and I guess you got to build their confidence and get him. I mean, he's like 17 years old.
Yeah. So hopefully, he does well at Ipswich Town. And a big other thing, Dele did not go out on loan. Still at Spurs.
Right. So we'll see. I mean, that's kind of the big thing over the next couple of weeks. Like, what happens now that he's like staying? Right. Does Mourinho somehow figure out how to like bring him back into the fold?
I hope so, especially with all these injuries.
Yeah, we need like something. We need some creativity. Yeah. So, talking about injuries, some news on Harry Kane. It seems like hopefully another week or two. They seem a little bit more optimistic. On the other side, Lo Celso, it was like, oh my God, there's this like small injury. It seems like they're saying at least another 3 weeks, which is not great. And no real news on Reguilón when he's going to be back.
Another player that has kind of been in the headlines this week, not in a positive way, but Aurier. What you doing, dude? I don't know what's going on with him. I think that he's a player that at this point in the season, with this many injuries, with Matt Doherty not producing, Reguilón out, Davies kind of just average all the time. Like, he brings creativity to the back line, and that, in my opinion, is very needed in this Spurs side. And what he did was reckless, it was stupid, it was idiotic, but we need him, so.
Yeah, I mean, I agree that we need him in the team right now. It's just, we don't know what he did, and we also don't know, like, I think Mourinho his history is not one of somebody who has been so open to quickly bringing people back in that he's fallen out with. So the hope is that he's able to get over it and swallow his pride and bring Aurier back, but who knows?
Yeah.
All right, so standings-wise, heading up into this next game, already by the time we're filming this, a couple teams have played their midweek games already. In terms of where we stand with Chelsea, we're actually tied on points.
But they've played one more game than us.
Right, and then we're also tied on points with Everton, who has one less game, and Aston Villa, I think, has one less point than us, but they also have a game on us, and we have a game at hand on a bunch of the people ahead of us. So it's like really dynamic in terms of that stuff. We're in there, but we got to start winning. Yeah. So, and you know who's starting to win?
Chelsea. I mean, Thomas Tuchel. Please tell me how to pronounce his name. He's really turning a corner with Chelsea, I think. They've been kind of changing their lineup up, playing with a back three with wing backs, a lot of passing. I think we were saying earlier, Hudson-Odoi has really become a big part of their team, and I'm excited to see what they bring, but also scared.
Yeah, a little scary. Like, we've had a tough time dealing with teams like this, and again, I can't imagine that he's going to play a back three again. I think he, hopefully, Mourinho, and says, okay, we need to like play this the way that we're supposed to be. The question is, can we counterattack the way we want to counterattack without Kane? And so that's the big question, or we can just look kind of bad, and you might be saying, you know what, I'm going to be playing for a tie, and I mean, it could be ugly. So, but yeah, Chelsea definitely seems like they have a little bit of mojo back, a little bit of confidence, and hopefully we can knock that right out of them.
Reverse Dr. Tottenham. All right, so let's head into some lineup predictions. Tottenham, no one can stop. Here's my lineup. One thing the really most noticeable thing in my lineup is, we're playing with a back four, and I have Davies, Alderweireld, Rodon, and Dyer, which I feel like is our strongest defenders, except for Aurier at this point, but I don't really have a right back, which kind of screwed up my lineup, but I don't know. I hope he figures out a way. If Aurier isn't playing, I hope he can figure out a way to do it with these four players, because I really don't want Doherty to play, and Tanganga hasn't been playing well. So
he hasn't, but I feel like he would go Tanganga ahead of. I don't know that any of those center back can play right back. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'd be surprised. So my lineup looks pretty similar to Anya's. I have really the only difference is I have Aurier in for Alderweireld. And again, I think the big question up front is, like, is he gonna go with Vinicius, which hopefully he does, because that's why he was brought here to do this. So, all right.
And I think that in the second half that he was pretty
Brighton. I mean, very easily it could have been a 1-1 game. He had a perfect shot. Yeah. It was a great save. Like, obviously everything feels different if that ball goes in. So
right.
All right. So playing against Chelsea.
So we have an average all-time record against Chelsea. We have 55 wins, 41 ties, and 72 losses. Chelsea was actually one of the first two clubs to wear numbered jerseys. They played against Swansea. The other club that was the first to wear numbered jersey was Arsenal. And they hold the record of most points accumulated in a single Premier League season with 95 points, and this is when they won the league in the 2004-2005 season.
Okay. You think we'll ever get 95 points?
We can only dream.
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
Under who? What manager?
Under what manager? I don't know. We're under
Big Sam.
Under Big Sam. David Moyes gonna come hook us up. Okay. And all right, Anya is knocking over the tech. Knocking the tech over right before the score prediction. All right, so lastly, we're going to predict our scores here. You want me to go first, or you want to go first?
I feel like you've gone first the past few times.
Why don't you do it? Give it to me.
Well, I'm going to say 2-0 Chelsea.
Okay, so I'm going to say this game is going to end as a 1-1 tie. Okay. 1-1 tie. That's pretty much all we have for you today. Would you like to see the other sister? Would Kieran like to come in? I think she's going to come right in here. Here she is. Here she is. There she is.
I was watching in the background the whole time. I was trying not to laugh.
Oh, there's nothing to laugh about.
This is very serious.
Yeah. All right.
Do you see your face?
Kiri, what do you think? Who's going to win? Chelsea or Tottenham?
Tottenham.
What's the score going to be?
2-1.
2-1? Who's going to score?
Tottenham.
I mean, who's going to score? Who's going to score for Tottenham?
Son.
And? Kane's not playing.
I know.
Son and who?
Mm,
Anyone else? He can score twice.
this is gonna be a wild risk. But Dele Alli.
Well, if Dele Alli plays and scores, that's going to be awesome. All right.
All right, thank you guys
Thanks,
so
guys.
much for watching. Hopefully we can pull out a big
That's
W, and we love you, Spurs fans.
Bye.
Come on, you Spurs! Come on, you Spurs!